Welcome to Mystical Messages. I am Hilary Harley, your podcast host. I am a soul guide and astrologer. Mystical Messages is your podcast gateway to discover and learn more about the realm beyond the veil, including all things intuitive, metaphysical, and the healing arts. To learn more about my work or to book a session with me, please visit hilaryharley.com. Today, I am so delighted to bring you my monthly astrology forecast. We will be breaking down the astrology for the month of September 2022. And we are really in the thick of a very dense and intense year. So I have called and entitled this forecast for September 22, "The Only Way Out is Through." We are plowing inward and going at it in a big way. We do not often think of September as a month to reset or recharge, because we are usually returning to steady routines and rhythms of school and work after summer holidays. Yet recharging is exactly what we are called to do this month. What presents as a somewhat cosmically calm month belies essential deep dive inner work to be done. So if your efforts are not moving projects forward now, there is very good reason. 6 out of 10 planets are fully retrograde in September. Retrograde is not a negative term. Just want to clarify that, because a lot of people think that it is. Rather, retrograde is a natural part of the cycle of life. It is the cosmos way of saying stop, look, listen. It's a big pause. And it gives us an opportunity to think of it as a sleep cycle. Because if we were always in forward action mode and never slept, how productive would we really be? So let's talk about how to make good use of our time this month. With such a dominance of retrograde motion with our planets, let's employ the RE words. These are tried and true during such a time. What do I mean by RE words? Research, reflect, any word that begins with RE, review, renovate, recharge, recycle, renew, and so forth. Day 1 of September is a jolt to our senses. The radical Uranus and North Node duo oppose the Moon and the South Node. As we head into Labor Day weekend, we hear September calling. Hello, is anybody there? This should ease up Saturday, September 3rd, when the moon aligns to Jupiter in super fun, fiery signs Sagittarius and Aries, making for a very enjoyable holiday weekend. On Monday, September 5th, valuable Venus moves into practical Virgo, joining the Sun to keep things real, especially our work and relationships. Venus asks, who is minding the store? She is the designated driver now. And for the next 2 weeks, Virgo, Venus, and Sun ensure that we do the right thing, that we show up on time and that we're responsible and accountable for our actions and deeds. This grounding energy is especially helpful as we approach the full moon in Pisces on Saturday, September 10th. Grounding practices and routines are essential leading into the second weekend of the month. Exercise, particularly walking, gardening, bicycling, or simply being outside in nature, helps our body, mind, and soul immensely. Why? Well, Messenger Mercury turns retrograde and the full moon occur on the very same day. So let's break this down to understand the energetic impact. First, the full moon. In Pisces, this full moon is tied to Neptune. Can you say escape artist? Many of us are looking for a way out to avoid the work that the Venus-Sun pair opposite call us to do. You can run, but you cannot hide. The work, whatever is on your plate now, must be attended to sooner or later. So better to surrender to the moment. Interestingly, surrender is on the other side of the Pisces coin. It is the spiritual side, opposite of the escape artist. Use music and water to soothe and ease your way through this second weekend. Listening to or playing music, swimming, fishing, kayaking, being in, on, near water, even a simple shower or foot bath helps to take the edge off the frenetic energy between September 5th and the 11th. This energy is made that much more chaotic by Messenger Mercury shifting retrograde on the same day as the full moon, September 10th. If possible, try to sign major contracts and purchase big ticket items prior to September 9th. Otherwise, plan to hold off until after October 2nd, when Mercury turns direct motion. Life may feel like it has come to a virtual standstill or moving at a snail's pace for the remainder of September, given that 6 planets are now retrograde, including Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Pick your analogy here. It may feel like you're pushing a boulder up a mountain, moving through sludge, or cutting dense, tough material. Life is just not happening at a clip we humans prefer. So it's time to deploy the aforementioned RE words. The energetic downshift is noticeable. It's like the world called out, "Stop! I want to get off." You may want to as well. So use this planetary slowdown to take a breather, to reset and recharge. As they say in computer language, Control-Alt-Delete. Power down so you can power up more effectively next month in October when the planets move forward. For the meantime, I cannot very well sugarcoat the cosmic news. 2022 has been that kind of a year. We are in the proverbial crucible now, where chemical and all chemical processes converge at high speed and temperature. There is no escape from upheaval other than to move directly through what envelops you now. Truly, the only way out is through. Remember, we have each of us signed up to live to be in this exact time and place to do this precise soul work. It is our soul contract. We are here to do the very heavy soul lifting upon us now. Underscoring the energetic density, Uranus and Saturn move toward their final challenge in early October. These two titans have been battling it out for the past 18 months, prompting notable divisiveness readily apparent in the United States and globally. Both planets are just past the midpoint of their cycles through fixed signs Taurus and Aquarius, urging us to get to it. Get to what exactly? Well, change. Admittedly, humanity resists change, but we are called to change in a big way now, and to address the changes occurring in our lives, whether we like them or agree with them or not, because change is going to happen despite our resistance. Change is the only constant. Either get on board with change, step aside, or get mowed down. These are our three choices. Yes, it really is that simple. Uranus is the great awakener. In earthy Taurus, conjoined to the lunar north node, we are called to pay attention to our values, to whom, what, and how we value ourselves, each other, our skills and talents, how we earn a living and spend our time. And yes, how we value Mother Earth and its altering climate. Uranus and the North Node demand change in these arenas. Meanwhile, taskmaster Saturn in Aquarius demands innovation, invention, or a different approach altogether. Saturn says, you know what doesn't work, so it's time to try something else. A new path, method, a different way. Clashing Uranus and Saturn results in major pushback, resulting in standoffs and grandstanding. Expect questions and exclamations like, so how are we going to pay for it all? What do you want? It may not be what I want. These are different values, and we need to find a better way. Current events are always a good indicator of how we are doing. Guns, abortion, and inflation now dominate the news cycle in the United States. Essentially, moral values versus our wallet. It will be on the political menu this November. What will you have to eat? There is still time to decide. Our reflections usurp the balance of September. So use the prevailing retrogrades to contemplate your values and what must change in your life and how to go about making those changes. Planetary gear shifts are upon us the third week of September. The Sun turns into Libra on Friday, September 23rd, seeking a balanced approach to our pursuits, even as Messenger Mercury reverses into hardworking Virgo on the very same day, joining Venus. What can be reasonably accomplished pervades our thoughts, how we tackle our to-do list, and in what time frame. Make a plan. The caution here is worry and anxiety about aspects over which we have no control. A good thing then that Neptune in its own sign of Pisces opposes Mercury Venus, suggesting that we control what we can, go about our business, and surrender the rest. As part of our plans, remember to handwrite 3 to 5 intentions or goals for the new moon on Sunday, September 25th. Focus on what you seek rather than how it will happen or materialize. Be as detailed and descriptive as you like. Then leave the how it will happen up to the force or the source, whatever you choose to call it. This new moon occurs at a very early degree of Libra. The sun, representing our life force and will, and the moon, our feelings and emotions, gravitate toward peace, beauty, art, and relationships. Libra rules these and rules balance. Not because Libra is balanced, but rather in pursuit of balance. Since the pandemic, the need for greater work-life balance has dominated our national and even international landscape. The giant reset of 2020 and 2021 in the United States resulted in countless numbers of people moving residence, quitting jobs, and choosing remote work, all in pursuit of greater personal freedom and balanced lives. In short, we came to value our time more than ever. By comparison, the contemplative stretch of September 2022 is a mini version of this longer and larger cultural pivot. When valuable Venus turns into her own sign of Libra on Thursday, September 29th, she joins the Sun and messenger Mercury. Together, the three planets cultivate harmony at work, home, community, and school. The trick is to remember our own needs in the equation. Libra times 3 planets often has us forgetting about our own agenda as we become so focused on others. So at the end of September, it comes with a reminder to pencil yourself into your own life and schedule, whether for self-care or work-related individual goals. It is more than okay for you to do you. As Katharine Hepburn said, if you always do what pleases you, at least one person will be happy. This is not selfish. It is survival. That brings us to the end of this episode of Mystical Messages. To learn more about my work or to book a session with me, Hilary Harley, please visit hilaryharley.com. Thank you for listening today. Please join me again in 2 weeks when I will be highlighting my conversation with Karen Kunzman, owner of Harmonic Life Dallas, to discuss the harmonic egg and body code and how they can benefit our well-being and overall health and wellness. I wish you blessings as you journey forward. Thank you for listening today. Have a wonderful month.